Welcome to Dragon Spirits Tell 31 channel. My name is Yulon and I'm playing Others Go Online today. And I know I should have probably start a little bit later.
It is good to see you, my friend. Greenshade is far more exciting place than Raz expected. He hears now that the staff of Magnus has been stolen, as if these rebellious Bosmer were no trouble enough. Not yet, but it is possible. The elves in this part of the Valenwood do not follow King Thorn. They claim to be subjects of the Wildern, some forest spirit no one else. They mock the Dominion and call Queen Irene an enemy. We do not know. The battle reeve sent a soldier, Hazazi, to negotiate with the Bramblebridge clan, but he has made no progress. Now Raz needs to hunt for the staff of Magnus, so he asks you, will you... The Bramblebridge village is just south of Marborough. This one does not understand Boston language. But as Raz hears it, the clans of this part of Valenwood have always been wild. So, Greenshade is the heart of Valenwood. It is very dangerous and very mysterious, and these Bosmer understand it like no others do. Raz would not be deterred, but even Camorrans find us rangers avoid traveling in this part of the forest. As always, Raz serves the queen. She wanted to know if the Bosmer here are as scary as they sound. With the staff of Magnus stolen, though, Raz must make that his priority. This one knows you can handle the Bramblebridge as well as he could. The obvious answer is probably the right one. Paladin. That toad fulfilled Naaman's every wish. Why should that change just because the prince is dead? Raz knew the male inheritance was a disease not so easily excised.
I do this one. I do this one first.
Bosmer make no sense. Hazazi comes to negotiate on behalf of Queen Irene to hear their grievances, and all they do is dance and jest. Hazazi has only been here a short while, and already he hates this village. What negotiations? These dummy elves don't want talk. They say they only answer to the Wilder King. Who is this? Who knows? They'd rather pull Hazazi. Hazazi likes this idea. If you can just get the Bramblebridge to make sense.
part of the Valenwood, didn't you hear? It's much safer behind the shiny new walls of Marbrook. Even King Camoran hesitates to venture into the court of the Wilder King. Negotiate? About what? Oh, I know. You want us to bow to your queen and swear allegiance to your what's-it's-called, Aldemary Dominion. Huh. Ha, sure. Let me just pull him from my satchel. You people don't understand. The Wilder King manages the entire forest, doesn't it? Not in person, but I don't doubt the Wilder King exists. He speaks to me in the babbling brooks and the wind in the trees. Other Bosmer petition him for an audience, but I don't need to. He already tells me everything I need to know. I could tell you, but how do I know you're trustworthy? You ask us to share your enemies, but will you share ours? The wood orcs are a plague we can't seem to be rid of. If you help us drive them off, I'll tell you what you want to know. Lurchers. Take seeds from the shimmering tree in the village and plant them in the orcs' camp. In a few minutes, they'll sprout out with a vengeance. Don't bother coming back here until you've run off the orcs. I've got... Can you believe that tree thing? Was the tree thing as rude to you as she was to me? All I asked was how one might get an audience with the Wilder King. But the way she reacted, you would have thought I was trying to slaughter her children. Did she treat you any differently? She did? That's funny, because Ander and I offered to drive the orcs away and she turned us down. I don't know, I'm beginning to suspect this is some elaborate Bosmer trick and the whole village is laughing at us when we're not looking. I didn't say that. There is definitely a distinctive magical force in this part of Valenwood. But I fail to understand by what logic the tree thing decides who gets an audience with the Wilder King and who gets turned away. Oh, I'm Aranias. Maybe you've read my book, Spriggans and Green, Story and Myth in Primitive Bosmer Society? Probably not, I guess. Anyhow, Ander and I came in a scholarly pursuit to see if this Wilder King is really as powerful as they say. We'll just have to venture deeper into the forest on our own. We'll probably get lost and suffer a slow and painful death, but that's the risk we have to take. If you're going after the wood orcs, though, I know something that might make it easier. If you want, you can take the essence from the calope tree and rub it all over your body to cloak yourself in a haze of forest moths. The wood orcs won't even see you. Oh, one more thing. Ander scouted out the orcs' camp pretty extensively. He might have some useful observations if you ask. Good luck with the wood orcs and that tricky tree thing. Maybe we'll meet again when we find the wood.
I spent several hours watching the wood orcs and evaluating their weaknesses. By the look of his scars, he's seen his share of battle. He knows.
Pointy-eared backstabbers.
Isn't the best defense always a good attack?
My scouts came back singing your praises. They said the Wood Orcs broke quickly after you killed Chieftain Thragdosh and unleashed the Guardians. I wasn't exactly expecting you to...
And you're worried I won't hold up my end of the bargain? No, I keep my promises. You got rid of those parasitic orcs. You've earned the right to petition the Wilder King. I hope I haven't given you a sense of false hope, though. Bosma around here petition the Wilder King for an audience all the time, and he rarely responds. More than likely, you're simply wasting your time. Suit yourself. Just south of my home, you'll find the petitioning stone. Just touch it. Probably nothing will happen. I never said it was complicated. Besides, by scaring off those wood orcs, you just might have improved your chances. The Wilder King...
You know, I always say, when they do, I always like to do the left, but if I do the left on this game, it will draw the weapon out.
Welcome to my court, outsider. Since you entered my domain, I have watched your actions with keen interest. You have been generous with my people and more patient than I expected. But I still cannot gather one thing. Why have you come? Again, not what I expected. I think I've heard of this Old Merry Dominion, and I don't see how inclusion in this group would appeal to me or to the people in my domain. Aligning with you would only alienate us from others. Interesting. You think we have common enemies? My only enemies are those who would seek to harm Valenwood. Let us test your theory, though. Show me one of these enemies of whom you speak, so I might better understand. Use the other stone pillar, the one on the platform behind us. Touch that stone pillar and an apparition will appear. One of your enemies, as you say. Fight this enemy so that I might see its true nature. I am pleased to be able to lend you strength to face this enemy from your past.
Strike us down. The veiled inheritance will always rise again.
My helper.
Touch the stone pillar on the right. I am pleased to be able to lend you strength to...
Strike us down. The veiled heritance will always rise.
Azazi calls this madness.
I sense the darkness in the heart of the one you fought, but he has already been defeated, has he not? And those like him, they may not all share his darkness. You should have me call these people enemies, though. The Veiled Heritance. Yes, I am familiar with this distinction as well. There is one among this group who has come to Valenwood to see me, and I find her curious. Very curious. I'm not inclined to consider her an enemy. She is one who has been blessed with fascinating gifts. Gifts I cannot afford to ignore. You would know her identity, though. I was able to capture one of her memories. Touch the
Why does the Dominion send Azazi to places?
We have much need of someone like you, Aranias.
Yes, young one. We have a problem in the Valenwood that will require your talents specifically.
I would be honored to help however I can.
An opportunity has arisen to strike a devastating blow to the Dominion, to divide the Bosma.
The Bosma in Greenshade claim allegiance not to King Camoran, but to a man they call the Wilder King.
Killing this Wilder King will drive the Bosma mad. He is very elusive, though, so I will need your help to find him.
You realize we are entrusting you with an important task, I hope, my dear.
Of course, Lady Estrie, you can count on me.
As you've just seen, the young girl Aranias is associated with the Veiled Heritance. Until I know more about her, I hesitate to call her an enemy. I will have more insight soon, though. Even now, Aranias is on her way to my throne. So she believes, but there may be a greater truth to her purpose here. You may not like this, but I sense the same is true of you. Like the branches of a grat oak, I believe that Aranias' destiny, my destiny, and your destiny are all intertwined. I cannot yet see how these... You must eventually come to my throne, but not yet. Each of us is a strand to be spun into the story of Valenwood. You should seek out the spinner, Marrowan. He can tell us how this story began and where it should end. Yes, traveling through Valenwood is a funny thing. It may take them many days to find the path to my throne. You have all the time.
was beginning to think you wouldn't make it. I've already begun Aranias' story. Yes, of course. I have been waiting for you for some time. The story needs you to play a part. You certainly took your time about things. Not your fault, I understand, not your fault. We may yet get this right. Inside the story, you must also enter the story in order to help her. Aranias wants to see the Wilder King. I'm his gatekeeper. To see him? Yes, the story is one from her own past, but she's convinced that she's living through these events for the first time. You'll play the part of the close friend she never had. Someone she can trust, who can change the person Aranias becomes. Ask nicely. Of course. Now, sit down by the fireplace. Have a seat by the fire and imagine the flame, cold waves on a clear blue ocean off the coast of Somerset. Now picture an island. Trees around the island shimmer in the sunlight. Each one of those two Ultmas stands outside the manor on this island. Her island. Go to her. The island of Silitar.
I'm so glad you could come. My parents will be back tonight, and I was afraid I'd have to face them alone again. That's why I asked you to come early. I'm not sure what will happen either. Before they get back, I want to be carefree. We can visit some of our favorite places together. Why wouldn't I? We practically grew up together. You're the only one. Bramble Bridge. You know my parents have never let me leave Silitar after they saw what I can do. I've missed so much. They were afraid, like everyone else. After I raised up the land under the sea and smashed that ship, even though nobody got hurt, they said my magic was too dangerous. You're the only one who isn't afraid of me. You're not afraid, right? You don't know what this means to me. Now, what are we... Watch your step! My vines getting in your way? Not bad. You're pretty fast. Maybe. You know, I've always had a special connection to the land. Sometimes I'm sorry, it just happened. Wait, something's wrong. Can you feel over the rise? Wait. Too many footsteps and it's too... is no pigment, but the alternative is a lot worse. Attacks my island. What have they done to my farm? Why would they? Does it matter? I'm tired of this. Everyone wants to hurt me or use me, and it stops now. Where were you when my parents tested me? Where were you when I needed you most? You left me. Why are you even here? I'm sorry. After my parents left, I felt so alone. I couldn't find you. People kept coming. They'd attack. How? No, it's not your fault. Thanks to you, these bastards didn't get very far. They could have destroyed everything.
Come, I must speak with you once more. In her tale, Aranais was volatile, and she swung between anger, shame, and hope. Feared by her own parents because of her abilities, she faced the bandits alone. This made her bitter and hardened against others, vulnerable to outside influences. You will soon see it for yourself. But first, you should view another scene from Aranais' past. She was a bit younger and excited about her newly found skills. Are you ready? Of course not. For her, it hasn't happened yet. Remember?
Why are your clothes all wet? Mother, what do you think of this tree? How about this island you're standing on? The ground is soaked. I'll need new shoes now.
I made it.
What? You made the ground soggy?
The island. I made this little island.
What? Ara, what do you mean you made it?
These trees, those rocks, none of this was here yesterday. The ground is wet because I used my magic to pull it up from under the water.
Oh, Ara, what have you done?
Gifted with a rare and powerful ability, Aranias tried in vain to win her parents' affection. So much happened next, but I especially draw your attention to two particular events. One scene is atop the lighthouse, the other in the Manor's Great Hall. They will help you understand more about our troubled Altman, I hope. No. The greatest challenge comes next, and Aranias needs you. Her parents returned after the attack on the farm, and brought with them the people they considered their daughter's only hope, the Veiled Heritants. She should not face this alone. Getting changed at the Manor. You should do the same after you watch those...
Sorry.
You're lucky they're alive. How many more ships will you sink?
It was an accident.
Accidents are spilling water, dropping glass. You lifted a ship out of the ocean with a wall of rock.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Your mother and I will discuss your punishment. Go.
Your father and I leave for Somerset in the morning.
I won't do it again, I promise. I'll try harder. Don't leave me behind.
Don't grovel. It's unbecoming. We will return with help to control your temper.
How much more can I apologize? I said I'm sorry.
No, Ara. It's just... you need training. What you did to the ship, that scares people.
What sort of training, Father?
You look good. How do you feel? There are so many people. And look, it's High Kin Lady Estri. Why is she here? I bet my parents want me to show off my powers. I thought they were bringing me a teacher or something. Hesitant? I hate this, and they've got something particular they want to see. Would you do me a favor and find out? Mingle among them, eavesdrop. Find out what they've planned for me. I'm not sure yet. They'll probably want another statue raised from the ground. My parents treat that like a party trick, and this is a party. You asked me this before, silly. I don't know, but when I think about changing things around me, my thoughts come true. Remember?
Her parents invited me to witness her powers firsthand. She lifted the ground up under my very feet. Her demonstration today will not be one of skill, but of character.
Anda demonstrates amazing potential. Why are we bothering with this girl and her clods of dirt? Anda could melt them with hardly a thought. What do they call her? The Rock Witch? Hilarious. Provincial.
A noble high elf raised in such environs. It's a travesty.
Anda has one of the little beggars in the field, away from the house. Aranias will demonstrate her talents on the other. Her demonstration will determine how we employ her talents.
I'm afraid this one is about to die. I didn't realize how frail Bosma were. Not this goblin-faced meat-eater, his wife. Wait a minute. You're not with the Heritants?
They took my wife. They will give her to the witch, the Rock Witch. The land will...
You killed Anda? That's not supposed... Oh, don't worry. It was an entertaining twist, to be sure. But sadly, as real as it may seem, he has had considerable time. I met him. He wanted to get into this story, but he wouldn't ask nicely. But there's nothing we can do about that right now. In the garden. She's been
This creature is no different from those who burned your farm.
Cares at all.
Please. Aranias, my child, raise the ground up to trap this animal. Please let us go. Aranias, do you remember how helpless you were when your farm burned? Good. Good. Now tear this animal apart.
You're that animal.
This is my test. If I can take the life of this girl, it means that I am willing to make the necessary sacrifices. What about the Bosmer who attacked my island? What were they, Dominion ambassadors? A peace mission? If I refuse to kill this Bosmer, then what? I'll be alone again. The Rockwitch, you're here with me now. But what about later? No, that's not it. I must trust myself. Believe I can do what's right. I don't need anyone, you or the Veiled Heritance, to guide me. I am stronger than this. I won't murder an innocent to prove I can, no matter who demands it. The Veiled Heritance won't control my destiny, I will. No, I won't do it!
You were a fine character, most enjoyable, and it looks like you may... As one story ends, another reaches its climax. Our little bit of mischief was a success. Because of you, Aranias may very well betray her masters to defend the Wilder King. Truly, I hope we never need change a story so extensively again. Though we spin it, venturing into the story of Aranias' past has sown the seeds of her transformation, but they have yet to sprout. Even now, preserving his life may be impossible at this point, but you must try. Without him, the Valenwood will rage out of control.
It's good you're here. With earth magic and fire, Aranias and Andor forced their way towards my throne, leaving chaos. My end was inevitable all along. I think you should catch up with him. Follow the trail of fire. Aranias must choose to accept the risk. quickly. Aranias wavers. She knows now why she was guided here. Not to destroy the Valen Wood, but to save it. She wants to change. Aranias' powers grow as she draws closer to the throne. She opened the ground here and they entered the throne tunnels. You must follow. You must be there to help Aranias when she decides to make her stand. My hold over the creatures of the Valen Wood has weakened. That is why they panic and attack. I lack the strength.
If they're not going to attack me, I'm not going to attack you.
Get out of my way, girl! I have no patience for this!
Silitar, my friend. Thank the Eight. You were right about the veiled heritance. I don't know. But somehow it seems like that's what I was meant to do all along. When he burned the forest, I actually felt its pain. He's gone ahead. I can travel through the routes to catch up, but you will have... I will protect the Wilder King as long as I can, but you must hurry.
Be no end to these interruptions!
Aranias was guided here to take my place, but I believe you were guided here to assure her ascension. If you had not come, I fear Arndor would have killed us both, leaving the Valenwood wild and vengeful. Many lives would have been lost. Yes, for centuries my sole focus has been shaping and maintaining the Valenwood, protecting it from outside influence and from itself. Now that she has come, I am free to return to the Earth. She is up above. You should go to her. She is frightened of the transformation process, but you must come.
I'm scared. Shouldn't I be feeling confident? I mean, we defeated Onder. Look at all of this, though. I've worked my magic on small pieces of land in the Somerset Isles, but this is an entire forest, a living forest. Tell me I can do this. I think he was a man too once, the Wilder King. I mean, he was like us, but when he took this on, he became something else. I think he merged with the Valenwood and forgot his previous self entirely. Well, yes. It means that once I accept this responsibility and become Wilder Queen, I'll forget my previous life, my home, my youth. Everything. No, but they are my memories, and some of them fond. The ones with you. They seem only partially real, but they're the memories I'll miss most. I have to let go, though. The way I embrace you in my heart, that's how I must embrace the Valenwood. Yes, but I need your help. You must climb the tower further and place the Wilder King's crown in the gardens there. Then you must wait for me. Everything is so very different. It's like I'm no longer a single physical form, but my being is spread out across the forest. Aranias is slipping away. I am prepared to lose my memories, but I don't want to lose the lessons I've learned. You helped me understand the difference between a foe and a friend. I'm determined not to forget that, nor to forget you. I know why you originally came here. To ask for the Wilder King's allegiance to the Ordinary Dominion. To know the Valenwood was on your side. Would you still make... And I freely give it. On behalf of myself and the Valenwood, you have our allegiance. I only hope Irene realizes that her best ally stands before me now. Before Aranias' memories fade, though, there's something else I must tell you. It's the Veiled Heritans. As you may know, they stole the Staff of Madness. I know not where they've taken it, but you should search in Woodheart, to the west. I will open a portal to the western gate of Greenheart. Goodbye, my friend.
Sometimes those children confuse me.
foot after the other and eyes forward, Helwyn. Best not look at what you've left behind. Turn back. That way's bad omens. The moors have always been a wild place, covered in thick fog. But for us who've known them our whole lives, it's home. It's a reckless curiosity drives a person to look for cause in such things. Me? I'll take ignorance and a long, happy life in Marbrook or Woodhearth. But if you got...
Okay, I never passed by. If it's doing anything with its blood, it's just being vampire stuff.
This one wrong. This one wrong. Can't believe it. He was right again. When will I learn not to wager my gold against Razumdar's instincts? He said you would be coming this way. Is it true, then? Did you persuade the Wilder King to swear loyalty to Queen Irene? The Wilder Queen, eh? Times are changing in Valenwood, aren't they? All this has put the Dominion in a delicate position. I suppose... Razumdar sent me here to await your arrival. He wants you to join him as quickly as possible. It seems Vicereeve Peladil came this way after stealing the staff of Magnus. Who can be certain? I suspect he merely seeks to find a ship and flee back to the Somerset Isles. Perhaps he is determined to see Prince Naaman's body laid to rest there.
I'm thinking he was trying to revive
Razumdar has his own suspicions, though.
the body.
And he seemed quite concerned. He was unwilling to share his suspicions with me.
Whatever his instincts may be, though, this time I will wager that he's on the mark. Undoubtedly, Razumdar intends to share his thoughts with you. You'll find him in the Thalmor headquarters.
Will you hold still? This illusion requires precision.
The Thalmor mage will drive Razumdar mad. Stand here, hold this, everything's so exact. This one prefers more flexibility. He is glad another... We must find Peladil, of course. This one tracked his stinking hide here after he stole the staff of Magnus. He's the boss of the Veiled Heritance now, and he has allies here in Woodheart. Dirty traitors who conspire. This we do not know yet, but Razumdar has devised the perfect way to flush these rats from their hidey holes. No, Razumdar will be the queen instead, if this mage does his job, of course. We will go soon, so Raz must prepare. This one would ask a favor. If the Thalmor mage turns Razumdar into a monkey, you must exact vengeance. Oh, and you would need to track down Peladil on your own. Raz hopes this will not be the case, though. Razumdar thought the Viceroy was a clawless coward. Always going on with Prince name on this and Prince name on that. So pathetic. But he is more tricky now. Last time this one saw Naaman, he was still quite dead. But Peladil wouldn't drag around the prince's corpse just to make sure he gets a proper burial. Some sort of necromancy must be planned, but why? Naaman can't rule the Dominion. A perfect illusion, he says, to make Razumdar look like Queen Irene. This one prefers a regular disguise, but Trithane Fariel doubts that would suffice. You should speak to her so we can get on with this. You share Razumdar's distaste, yes? We must accept them, though. The Thalmor were sent to Woodheart when the Dominion was formed. This port is critical for trade, and there is concern it could be a target for enemy spies or for the Maumur. Of course, wherever there is sea, there is the threat of the Sea Elves. They've sought to conquer these shores for centuries, and the rise of the Dominion has only served to provoke them. The Thalmor help boost the city's defenses.
So you're the one who's going to accompany the cat on this guar-brained scheme of his. I hope you realize what you're up against. These traitors in our city have sought to stir up rebellion since the day King Camoran joined the Dominion. So you'd think, but we've never caught any of the traitors. They may not actually be Bosmer at all. Our enemies are always one step ahead of us. Oromin doesn't want to believe it, but I think it's obvious there's a spy among the Thalmor. No. We've gone to great pains to keep Razumdar's plans secret. The spy must believe that Irene is really here. There have been rumors of the Maumur. Yes. Mad as the cat may be, his plan might actually work.
Hopefully it works.
The story is that the Queen wants to personally investigate the old Imperial underground. You'll escort her there. Ha! The cat didn't tell you, did he? No, we can't send any guards. We don't know who we can trust. He thinks the two of you can handle it.
As soon as Xanadu gets the spell right and turns your friend into a queen. Assuming this works, you and Razumdar...
It was.
Very convincing. But is the illusion applied everywhere? Perhaps this one should take a moment in private to double-check. Yes?
There were no miscalculations, I assure you. Now excuse me.
Raz looks good in this form, but then Raz always looks good. Queen Irene could maybe learn a thing or two from this. A fair point. Raz, I will keep that in mind. You have spoken with the Tree Thing? Yes. There we will find out the truth about this Thalmor officer Asteril. She's quite the beauty, I'm told, but traitors are never what they seem, yes?
Truly.
Be ready. This one is counting on you to watch her back. Asteril, is that you?
Yes? Come closer, my queen. I have something for you.
Be careful.
What is this?
A gift in memory of Prince Naaman. Vice-Reeve Peladil sends his regards.
You will die, and the true King of Alinor will rise again.
Well, that hurt. Raz will be fine. If you... She used some...
That was an unwelcome surprise.
On the side!
Raz heard sounds of fighting. Did you catch up with Astaril? Were you able to question her about Peladil? Dark moons. If Astaril got away, we will have to track her down. And the Veiled Heritance is here? That is troubling. Some of Razumdar's contacts warned him that the Veiled Heritance was not putting all its hopes on Prince Naaman, that they had backup plan. Naaman is dead. This must be backup plan. Possibly. If they cannot rule the Dominion, perhaps they would destroy it by attacking Valen.
If what Razandar says is true, the city of Woodhalf owes you a debt. Of course, if the city's attacked and destroyed, that won't be worth much. Maybe we can prevent that. The cat said you found orders from Vicereeve Peladil. Can I see that? Damn! This proves that Peladil is planning something here. Something even bigger than killing the Queen. I'm glad you brought it to light. There's something about Peladil's orders. The reference to Astaril seems strange, and a Roman still refuses to believe she betrayed us. Either way, Astaril's the key to unraveling this mess. We need to question her and find out what she knows. Well, if she hasn't realized we're onto her, we might be able to catch her by surprise. She might be down at the Thalmor residence right now. I assume even if Astaril's fled the city, you might be able to find some clues about Peladil's plans and her quarters. Let's hope you find something, because otherwise... Not much, really. I heard he just followed Prince Naaman around like a little lost puppy. Now he runs off with Naaman's body, steals the Staff of Magnus, and takes charge of the Veiled Heritance. It seems this puppy might have a bite after all.
This is preposterous. Astral has risked her life for the Dominion more times than I can count. She is one of my best officers. I refuse to believe this irresponsible slander until I have spoken with her myself. You must understand, one doesn't become a Thalmor agent until their loyalty is proven beyond question. If Astral confesses, or if this is Thalmor business, and I am going to the Thalmor residence to confront...
The next is a Dublin taking those. And it's somebody...
You see? It's clear that Astral has been dead for some time, so she cannot have been the one you saw in the Imperial tunnels. I told you, say what you will about the Thalmor, but we do not have traitors in our midst. Her death troubles me greatly, but the integrity of the Thalmor is of greater concern, and I am pleased to be proven right in that respect. With that concern behind us, we can finally start searching for the true source of this treachery. Undoubtedly, it was the same person that assumed her likeness and attempted to assassinate the Queen, Razum-Dar. Speaking of the cat, it seems he may have found something.
There could be some useful evidence down here. Let us look closely before moving on. Astaril had a sister? A twin, perhaps? That would explain much. Raz suspects these tunnels will reveal the rest.
Perfect. My favorite people. The very faces of my failure. And now you've tracked me down just to watch me die? You're just... Funny you should ask. I was wondering the same thing. Then I realized he lured me here so his assassins could kill me. Perfect. Planning? Oh, he's well past that point. As we speak, his armies are storming the shore, up at Seaside Sanctuary. Of course not. They're just one prong of the mighty trident, with which Peladil will smite the Dominion. He signed a treaty with the Mauma, and with the Staff of Magnus, he's going to raise an army of undead. Yes, your days are numbered. It's simple enough. The Sea Elves have always coveted these shores. If they help Peladil dismantle the Dominion, he's agreed to give them Valenwood. It's not like... You mean elsewhere? Far as I know, Peladil doesn't even care. He just wants the Somerset Isles. I don't even think he wants to rule them himself. Of course. Who better to lead an undead army than an undead prince? And if Peladil says he's under no illusions about that fact. But he still gets rather glossy-eyed when speaking about Naaman. I suspect he still harbors some hope that the prince will... Irene is a false queen. And the Aldmeri Dominion is a pathetic joke. Nothing can change that fact. Even having her as a twin was torture. While she climbed the ranks of the Thalmor, I was perceived as a failure. When Peladil recruited me, just leave me to die. I wouldn't... It's too late. He can't be stopped.
Razandar explained how we were fooled by Laurel. I wish I had time to show proper gratitude, but he also told me that an army of Maormer, led by Vicereeve Peladil, is making landing on our shores. Is this damn? Honestly, I rather hoped he misheard. I suppose that's rarely the case. Very well then. I will muster the city's defenses, but you should get to Seaside Sanctuary as soon as possible. If we strike them, I'll send anyone I can spare, but the city comes first. There is an...
Unless you're here to help us, I'd ask that you be on your way. I swear, Zoxus himself has it in for me. The damn seals are attacking. I don't... If this works, I'll owe the gods an apology. Fill the blood rune and then use it on the 3 seals. After that, ask then, but be quick. If that serpent gets free, it'll destroy everything on the western shore of Valenwood, including Woodhearth. Did you see that? The Marima mage had activated the barrier on this door to block us from getting to the binding pool, but I figured out how to break it. What about you, though? Did you repair the seals? We have to go out to the binding pool and channel the energy to rebind the serpent. I've read everything I can, but this is old wild. If this... This great Bones! What in oblivion is he doing? We have to stop him! Hurry! I'll begin the rebinding spell. You take care of that mage! Saying sweet mercy. We did it! The serpent's bound again! First off, I have to say I'm sorry to the gods for ever doubting them. Second, I promise I will never say that guard duty is beneath my abilities again. Never. I think I've done all I can. You're pretty tough. Tougher than me, at least. You may be ready for the next fight, but I'm going to need a few minutes. Go on, then.
That's all we can do for now.
think there was a other way, but I didn't know. I get to Java 2.
The hour of our glory is nigh. Razumdar forewarned me of your coming, and I have considered our circumstances carefully in light of that. I have the utmost faith in your capabilities, and I am confident that your arrival is an augur of our victory. Indeed. We have fought alongside many of the same soldiers, and word travels quickly when it involves heroics such as those attributed to you. I have anticipated the chance to meet you in person, and I am pleased the opportunity has finally arrived. This, my friend, is the calm before the storm. Our storm. The Maorma believe that holding hostages will prevent us from taking action, but we will not allow such We charge into their encampment. More brave soldiers arrive soon from Marbruk. We will rally them. Ulmian, Mayritel, and Bashira, all very influential in their own way. Husband of the Tree Thane of Woodhearth, Fariel. As good a fighter and tracker as any Wood Elf I've known. Just shows how Paladel caught even the best of us off guard. A respected noble from Somerset. She was on her way to Eldenroot to meet with the Thalmor. You might imagine the problems it would cause if something happened to her. Husband of the Tree Thane of Woodhearth, Fariel. As good a fighter and tracker as any Wood Elf I've known. Just shows how Paladel caught.
Time to do what we do best, yes? Excellent. Many opportunities for heroism. Raz does not mind getting dirty. It is safe to say, blood looks... Raz has cooked up just always.
You cut my bindings. It was terrible. I was having a night. How awful. I overheard them talking about this only being a diversion. Do your allies... A potion? I see. Thank you. Don't do anything too heroic, okay?
I forgot to get the disguise.
I told the last of your cretins that I was more than... Rescue me. From fine wine? You do not imprison Bashira. At best, a simple promise of gold to fund my captives' efforts in exchange for comfort and security. If they win, I hold to that. What? The battle was never supposed to take place here. The plan was to attack Woodhearth. The Dominion was not supposed to know this was the staging ground. If what you say is true, I will. Come in.
I won't kill your precious Fariel. When we take Woodhearth, I'll keep her.
What? Who are? Speak of her now, snake charmer. Release me, or you're next.
A rescue, eh? That's all very flattering, but I'm never unprepared. Keep a dagger in my boot for just such an occasion. I can escape on my own just fine. Any word about Fariel? Is she okay? Fine. Are we fighting our way out? I don't have a way to disguise myself. Invisibility? Excellent.
Opening an empty chest.
God's mercy! What's going on? Why don't you just kill me? To let me linger like this? It's wrong. Vicereeve Peladil, that monstrous bastard. He captured us in Woodhearth and brought us here for some evil ritual. No, I'm not all right. I'm dying. And it's just they were raising Prince Naaman from the dead, bringing him back and imbuing him with some... When Naaman came back, he wasn't the same. Sounded like some evil spirit. No, no, no! My eyes are gone. All I ask, just make them pay for this.
Send another score and I will smite them just the same. I could cut down sea vipers all day long. So I had hoped. But it seems Vicereef Paladel has taken to sea even before we arrived. I suspect he may attempt to flee when he realizes his forces have lost the shore. That's why you... Captain Jimala and her crew have retaken the Prowler and she says the ship's fit for action. They're ready to set sail as soon as you get on board.
There you are. Impressive work back there. The Maormer didn't know what hit them when our forces stormed in, and I've got my ship back. Of course, the Prowler's been sitting at dock too long. She's ready to pounce on that bastard Paladil as soon as we catch him. And catch him soon we will. You have the cap... Good. The sooner we're underway, the sooner we can catch Paladil. Raise anchor!
That's your fault. Yeah. I need to do some other quests, like the public scene.
The battle's on! Hurry! They need you topside!
Watch out! It's going to ram us! Burn that beast down before it picks us. More incoming. Watch out! Man the fire launchers. Destroy that damnable snake. Prepare to repel border. Capture those forces. We'll use them to launch an attack.
For the true king is risen. Even if I fall, Damon will be my vengeance. Damon has the staff of Magnus. Nothing you can do will stop him.
You made it. I was beginning to have my doubts, but I trust that the Viceroy will no longer... Then this is cause for celebration. Let us return to the shore and share the good news with Major Sirenwe.
Only thing
Are
bad
you
is
ready to return?
the Norman is undead. The prince are undead now.
By Joan and Jode, I wasn't sure we make it out of that one, but you never cease to impress. Things are always exciting when you're around, it seems. No, I will stay aboard the Prowler. I miss her greatly when we are apart. so I will celebrate our victory here on deck with my crew and several bottles of moon sugar double rum. You go.
We need to be taking the pass right out here. Striking a spot.
The Queen must be told of our... Tales of today's battle will undoubtedly be told for generations. When soldiers of the Aldmeri Dominion face impossible odds, they will not. Let us hope. If they do rear their ugly heads again, we will smite them once more. There remains one very serious concern, however. The soldiers we captured say the Vicereeve conducted a ritual to raise Prince Naaman from the dead. We have conflicting reports on that concern, but Razandar is investigating. Regardless, your first priority is to inform the Queen of our victory and this unfortunate news about her brother. Give her this letter. It contains all the details.
Man, he does look like vampire now.
I hear you've been busy, my friend. Good. Very good. Is that letter for me? I see. So the rumors were true. Paladel. It is good that you brought him to his end, but I hope you aren't too weary, my eye. Paladel may be gone, but his actions are being felt across Valenwood. We have much left to do.
Your Majesty, the undead are massing at Drilladan Pass. A Lich Lord commands them, and he wears the royal crest.
Naaman, then I must beg your indulgence. I cannot speak just now. Please, speak to him at once.
So it is true, then? Prince Naaman has been raised from the dead and now seeks vengeance by corrupting Valenwood? Gods help us. That makes this even more difficult. And with the undead... No, the Lich Lord. Naaman was commanding the dead earlier, but he's since departed the area. Before anyone can go after him, though, we must first drive the undead back from the city gates. You should make haste to Drilladon Pass. I'm certain they will be grateful for your assistance. Look for Scout Katani just outside the city gates. She's helping to coordinate our defenses. I'll remain here in case the Queen needs anything.
I'm glad she stopped screaming out. Have a nice, thank you for watching. If you haven't followed or subscribed, please do so. And have a nice day and night. I've enjoyed this gameplay.